So I'm going to try to backpack. The weather's looking nice right now. It kind of comes and goes. The forecast is calling for a lot of wind over the next couple of days, so we'll see how it goes. It's Sunday, February 25th, 2024. This is my first attempt at a backpack this year. I was going to go to Cumberland Island the first week in January, but then I think I got sick. Yeah, I think I was sick, had a cold, and just had to skip it. My cold was giving me too much trouble. That's my backpack falling out, in case you were wondering. And then we had some really nasty weather, and so this is my first chance to try to get out. So we're gonna try it. I mean, may get blown away by the wind tonight, but we'll give it a shot. So I'm at the Jack's Fork trailhead. So that's the Jack's Fork River back behind me. I've been to this trailhead once before, but I've never hiked here at all. So we're gonna give it a shot and hike down there and stay probably a couple nights if the weather holds out. So let's give it a shot, see what it's like, and I'll keep you posted. So another reason I got to do this trip now is I leave in 3 weeks for a 2-week trip to Patagonia down in Chile. And so I'm doing my very first guided trip down there for a week, and I don't want to be in bad shape. I last year got in literally was the worst shape I've been in 17 years. You know, a lot of reasons, but so I've spent the past 4 months trying to get back into shape and really ratcheted up the past couple of months, and I've done pretty well. I probably have about 5 more pounds I need to lose, but considering I was probably up 20 pounds over where I should have been, I think I've done okay. I think that 5 pounds will come off pretty easily backpacking in Chile, if nothing else. But I've also gotten in pretty much better shape. I'm running 4 miles. I've been backpacking pretty regularly, just hiking daily with the pack on, around 7-8 miles every day. And but figured I should do a real trip, overnighter, and kind of do a gear shakedown. And this is so far just been a nice flat trail along the Jack's Fork River, and the river is beautiful. It's super clear. I'm keeping an eye on it because it might be a nice river to hike up like this with pack raft and then raft back down to the car. It actually does look really nice for that, so keep an eye out and see how good of an option that is. Look at this beautiful river. Look how clear that water is. That is deep and clear. And so far, I think I could paddle it. We'll see. I've been calling that Jack's Fork River. Evidently it's just Jack's River. So yeah, if you were on your maps trying to find Jack's Fork River and you weren't finding it, that's because it's called Jack's River. But I'll get it right from now on. Something you see a lot down here especially the southern Appalachians, just snaking up out of the ground. It's some old remnant. It's a metal cable from, I'm sure, a railroad, where they used to come up here and go logging. You put in these railroad systems to get the logs out. So Jack's River Trail crosses the river right here, and it's going to cross over and literally go 100 yards and then cross back over. And then it does it about 3 or 4 more times upriver, where it's just going to cross very short distances and then cross back. And that water is deep, and it's going to be cold because it's February and it's been cold. It was 22 degrees last night, and I just don't feel like dealing with that. So I am going to turn around and head back to the truck, and there's another trailhead on up that you can get to the top of the mountain and hike back down to the river from there, and I may try that, see how that works. Look how clear and deep that water is right there. It's probably at least 5 feet deep, if not 6 feet. So clear. All right, we're back at the truck. So we've come about just right at 4 miles, and now I need to find what I'm doing for tonight. It's a quarter to 4, so I've got just like an hour and a half of daylight, maybe a little more than that, maybe 2 hours. So without wasting any more time, let's go find what we're gonna do for tonight. I was gonna go up the mountain to another trail just above Jack's River, but the road conditions out here are pretty bad. It's really potholy roads, so really slow driving. So I decided just to backtrack down the road just a mile or so to the Cohutta River trailhead. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing it somewhere really badly. And so I'm walking down the Cohutta Trail, which parallels the Cohutta River. It's 4 o'clock, and let's see how far I go. No hurry now. I've done about as much mileage today as I wanted to do. I'd like to do another hour or so, I guess, and then set up camp, and I think that'd be about right. If I do another couple miles, be a good day. And I'll do anything more on this trail more than just go a couple miles and set up camp and then turn around and come back tomorrow. It's worth checking out. There is another river crossing down here according to the map on the Cohutta River. I don't know if it's got a bridge or not. It'd be kind of interesting to go find that and know for sure for the future. But beyond that, I don't have any other goals. Just enjoy being out. The weather has been amazing this afternoon. It was kind of chilly and cloudy this morning and early this afternoon, but then it cleared up. It's been right nice. So we'll just continue on. You probably can't see it, but there's a ton of fish right there, or 30 of them or so, and some of them are really big. It's crazy. Really deep water, really green. See some of them swimming over here. Yeah, that is crazy. Well, I'm nearly at 2 miles in on the Cohutta Trail, and I haven't seen any decent campsites. I've passed 2 campsites, and one of them was really rocky, and the other one was really sandy, and both of them right on the water. And I definitely don't want sand in my gear 2 weeks before a trip to South America, so I'm trying to avoid that. Now I'm in a dang narrow canyon, and afraid I'm not gonna find a campsite anytime soon, and I am quickly losing daylight. I got a headlamp, it'll all be good, right? Now, without any fanfare at all, we have crossed from Tennessee, right there, to Georgia. So we are in Georgia now, as far as I can tell. And with no fanfare again, the trail is cut back north into Tennessee. And so now we've left Georgia and we're back into Tennessee. This sign does not make me feel good that there's a bridge. Probably no bridge. I didn't much expect there to be a bridge, but I just wasn't sure. There's the river crossing. It doesn't even look like a good trail. All right, I think I found a spot. Let's get it set up because it's getting dark. I'm getting hungry and we need to do this. It's Monday, February 26, 2024. Made it to the night. You see my beautiful little tent spot. It was a good night. Used my quilt. It's only the first time, maybe the second time, but I think it's really just the first time in the backcountry using that quilt. I used it in the backyard one night when it was really cold just to test it. And last night, I don't think it got below, well, it probably didn't get below 45 really. And that quilt was toasty. I ended up having to open it up quite a bit just because I was so warm. That's a good thing. It's a 0 degree Enlightened Equipment Revelation. But I was just surprised. I didn't think those quilts would be quite so warm, but it is. Yeah, uneventful night. There's no wind. It wasn't windy at all. I don't know if the forecast was just that bad and that 30-mile-an-hour wind never happened anywhere, but I also tried to get south of it based on the forecast. Now the forecast still called for like 20-mile-an-hour gusts down here, and it did nothing. I mean, it wasn't even breezy. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if it helped that I was down here in this river gorge or what. But yeah, so got the Cohutta River back behind me. You can see it right there. It's a beautiful, beautiful river, and I really want to pack raft down that thing. I think that Jack's Fork, or not Jack's Fork, the Jack's River, probably more class 2, maybe some easy class 3. But this one seems class 1 the whole way, really. Maybe, a little bit of easy class 2, but it'd be a fun float, I think. So today, it's about a quarter after 8. Sun hasn't quite gotten over the mountain yet, and I don't know, I'm hemmed in by river crossings, and so I think I'm just gonna head back to the truck, maybe find someplace else to camp or to at least hike today. There's a really weird warm breeze blowing through every once in a while. I just walked through one. I mean, like, bizarrely warm, and it almost has me feeling like fire. Like it's blowing down canyon, down the gorge. I'm hoping I'm not walking back towards a forest fire or something. It'll just spring up, and I don't smell smoke, but I do smell warmth. I mean, it just smells warm. It's kind of weird. We'll find out within the hour, I guess. It's interesting, yesterday showed a cable, a steel cable by the river. Near my campsite back there, there was another smaller steel cable just inching out of the leaves, and over 100 years old, I'm sure. And you can see, if you pay attention sometimes, like over here, you may not be able to see it, but there's an old logging road headed up through there, and I've passed a couple of those, and they've overgrown just almost completely. It's probably been about 100 years, and these temperate rainforests will eat that stuff up and make it gone forever. You can kind of see the beginnings of it right here. But yeah, it's crazy to think what all this used to be. I mean, this trail here was probably a railroad. It's probably what it was. And I had a rail car coming up here and pulling logs out as they were logging them. It's just crazy how much humans alter their landscape and how quickly the planet can reclaim that landscape. All right, back at the truck. Everything looks like it's all in one piece. No forest fires, so that's good. It's almost right at 2.5 miles back. It's a great, wonderful day. The wind had come up a couple times on the hike back, but it's nothing. It's doing nothing right now. So good hike. It was good to get out. I mean, hadn't been out since September. Yeah, I haven't been out since September, which is crazy. And it's a long time for me. But and mostly that was because I got sick and my planned trip that I had in January. So yeah, it's nice to be back out, and the weather is holding, so I should enjoy it while I'm here. Anyway, that's a wrap for that night. We'll get back to see what we're gonna do for the